This might come down to another decider, I think.
If I were to make prediction, I feel like it's going to be a decider with CSA. That's just how I see this going, because I feel like Doremy is going to try and nab the zone win. I feel like Shock is going to try and nab the score attack win first.
Yeah, classic. I think classic score attack is going to be. Classic score attack might be the deciding factor.
I can't tell what the mode is. I think it's score attack.
Score attack.
It is
Okay,
score
sick.
attack.
I saw the K of score attack, and that was what I had.
If it were classic score attack, you'd probably see more of the word.
So, I guess we'll be starting with that here.
After this, I'm going to have a nice bowl of soup.
I'm gonna eat a cookie cake.
And maybe a steak. But, like, I am... Yeah, this has been going on for quite some long. Like, I am getting an appetite.
Well, hope you're hungry for some Tetris, because that's what we're going into.
All right. Here we go. We are beginning the grand finals of the Tetris Effect World Championship Trifecta bracket. Starting off with score attack, Shocky versus Doremy.
Yeah, looks like so far both players already off to a great start here, able to get the ST stack begun with no issues.
All right.
I mean,
yeah.
The thing is about Shocky, we've seen some incredibly high scores, and Doremy, they just, I mean, in the most recent match, they got their first ever 2.6 and 2.7. Up against Shocky, though, we've seen quite a number of high scores in their score attack. So the question is Doremy going to have to, be able to try and get another 2.6, another 2.7 in order to try and, come out on top out of, one or maybe even both of the games required to take score attack.
Yeah. I think score attack is definitely Shocky's forte here. He just needs to focus super hard and like consistently get that 2.7 as he's been doing before. My goodness. Wow.
Shocky going fast
Shocky
too.
Keeping this up, like already at what 54, 50, like already halfway through this. Doremy's not too far behind. Has to do an L and J skim, it seems, to try and continue. So that's gonna break the back-to-back, unfortunately. However, it is still fairly early on. Shocky could definitely come back here, and
yeah, I think the biggest thing is that in those kind of situations that Doremy tries to get back into ST as soon as possible, because Shocky right now has been absolutely flawless with this ST.
yeah, Doremy unfortunately had a huge hole in stack there. Only gonna clear a T-spin single. Gonna clear another T-spin single with this Z and T. Honestly, that kind of works for him. Like, still able to keep that back-to-back going. That doesn't keep back-to-back, though.
Yeah, and more holes keep on kind of popping up in really annoying places as well.
Yeah. A lot of holes in Doremy's stack here. It's going to be a bit rough for him to recover from that. Shocky keeping this ST perfect. Like,
yeah, that's
such a clean ST stack. You could eat right off of it. I need to stop mentioning food. I'm hungry.
I mean, there's truth to what you're saying, though.
Yeah, like Shocky is playing very clean right now, and it's really helping him widen this gap between the two.
And it's kind of ridiculous because we haven't seen, any real mistakes. And if Shocky doesn't make, a mistake soon, Doremy could be in some real trouble.
Yeah.
Like, we're already about to reach 2 million here. I believe one more T-spin double will give it to us.
Yeah, that should actually. Yep,
Yeah,
there we go. Shocky breaking that 2 million barrier. Doremy about 660,000 points behind.
Only 2 levels behind.
Definitely not. Yeah, definitely not easy to come back from, but it's not quite impossible.
I mean, we saw in Kazu versus I believe. No, it wasn't Kazu versus. It was in Supershocky versus Zen. We saw how close it was to, I believe down by like 100,000 at 150.
Less than, yeah, very like Zen went super fast. Zen reached level 33 towards the end, just barely didn't get it.
So it's definitely possible, just incredibly difficult.
Yeah, it's.
Oh man,
I think Doremy's got a little bit of leg room. Still playing good ST. For having to do a single skim and a bit of hamburger.
But 2.85 for Shocky though.
Can we see 2.9? Not quite. It's very high up on the board. I don't think so. No.
Yeah,
but Shocky really popping off with that 2.86 right there.
I mean, that's a lot to ask for Doremy here on level 28.
Yeah. Seeing as Doremy only just got his first 2.7, that is going to be a hard thing to meet.
Yeah, Shocky just said, oh, you got your first 2.7? Let me get, 100k higher than that. Absolutely insane play from Shocky. Perfectly flawless.
Yeah. Shocky's gonna take this first one. Maybe take the second one. Let's see how this goes, though. Doremy still has some potential to, like, maybe win it, Knows the ST
Anything's
stack,
possible. It's Tetris.
Like, we've seen Doremy... When we saw Doremy playing against Kazu earlier, like, he played really well and got that 2.7. Like, it could easily happen again.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that's one of the unique things about score attack is that as soon as you know the strategies to go for, it's all about execution. And you could just have amazing execution one game and your opponent could have lackluster execution. It really is, possibly one of the most execution heavy game modes that we have here in a trifecta event.
Yeah. We will see here. Shocky keeping that ST clean as always. Looked a little precarious with that SPs, but he knows those SRS kicks. He knows that Jake can just tuck right in there.
And it's one of I like LNJ spins. They're pretty satisfying.
Yeah, they are really satisfying. They are also pretty easy to pick up on due to the fact that they are like pretty simple piece to look at.
Yeah, Shocky actually had to break ST for a little bit. And having to break it again. And looks like Doremy could continue this, I believe.
Yeah, Doremy's stack looking really clean. Also taking the lead too. Not sure what Shocky's doing here quite yet.
Looks like Shocky is going to be able to get back into it. Going to be trailing by 100,000 points, though. Well, almost 200,000.
Let's see here. Yeah, Shocky's board very unusual. Also a good chunk behind. He's gonna have to do something in order to try and get his way back.
Doremy is having, you know, that game that you said Doremy could have.
Yeah, Doremy is absolutely doing a good job here of just.
Yeah, but I don't even think that we've really discussed, you know, how important it is that Shocky actually takes score attack, because this was Shocky's pick. We go to zone battle, Doremy definitely has an advantage, and Shocky loses score attack. It's gonna have to beat Doremy on zone battle, which is a tall ask for basically everyone.
Yeah, it's. I don't think that's enough of a deficit to get Shocky out of this, especially seeing as he got right back to ST and is starting to close that gap again. Especially right when Doremy kind of broke his ST. Like, it's kind of a good alternation between the two.
It looks like Doremy is back in it.
Yeah, Doremy is back in this. Looks like that gap will probably remain about stagnant unless Doremy screws up again, and it's not looking too great. Getting that T-spin single in Tetris. But yeah, you can see the score difference. Shocky's starting to close that gap.
Yeah, and that's, you know, it's kind of tough, especially, you know, wonder what it can do, you know, psychologically. It's like, man, I just had a 300,000 point lead and Shocky has almost cut it in half.
Yeah, it really, like, competitive games like this are definitely also a good amount mind game, because you need to have the right mental state to think about things. You can't like panic too much, otherwise you're gonna like snowball into a much worse state.
Especially, you know, I especially feel with a score attack, you know, you're going based off of, you know, patterns. It could be easy.
Yeah, one mistake. Yeah, one mistake could screw it all up, and like this goes to show like how focused both of these players are on keeping things. Like, Shocky is super focused on getting this SD stack down, like closing that gap between him and Doremy fairly quickly. Doremy's at level 28 and Shocky's at level 26.
Yeah, this is
we're approaching the end of the game right now. We're approaching what is essentially the score attack kill screen.
And this could be very difficult. Well, not necessarily difficult for Shocky, because now
Shocky can close up this gap now.
Because we were always talking about how Shocky can maintain the ST stack on 28 and leave two.
Yeah,
one more T-spin will do it.
Yeah, that is game. Yeah, Shocky takes that score attack set 2-0.
What a comeback!
Yeah, all you needed to do was focus. And that would, like, you know, he just needed that focus. He just needed to get that ST stack back, and he was just perfectly fine. And yeah, we saw that play out just fine, like clockwork, you know.
Indeed.
I do believe we will be going to our next mode shortly. I do believe it might be going to zone battle.
Yeah, I feel like zone battle would also be Doremy's pick.
Yep, seems to be zone battle. I think Doremy's going to be picking zone battle just for that decisive win, just to make sure Shocky doesn't get to like relax with something like classic score attack, which I believe he might have a bit more of an edge on compared to Doremy. But like, I think going with zone battle is definitely the safe play that Doremy needs.
Yeah, it's kind of like for Doremy that's the one thing they have in the out of the three games that's like heavily in their favor here. And so I think they want to go for it to kind of like build that momentum. And then once you have that, then go into classic score attack where you've already got that momentum, that mentality that you're already doing well and going to make the, comeback here for the set. And so I think kind of just like zone battle is kind of like a reset there for Doremy here. Probably going to be, I'll have to see how it works out in terms of if they're able to pull this off, make it the classic score attack. But I do see it as being kind of like a momentum reset here.
Mm-hmm.
So here we go, as we've got S and J starts. Looks like Doremy with the first misdrop of the game here.
Right, Doremy having a lot of stuff on his board, but it's probably it is the beginning. You still got a lot of chances to just downstack and whatnot.
Yep, already setting up those Kaidens with the extra little help from garbage.
Mm-hmm.
And already has a beautiful well there in order to slam down some T-spins and Tetrises, and looks like Shocky also going to be doing the same. Unfortunately, Shocky having to spend a long bar in order to get one of those extra Tetrises out of the way. They do manage to still maintain 18, but unfortunately,
Doremy with a 17.
Actually,
yeah, that's going to be about even.
All right, so Shocky is keeping pace here in the zone battle set.
Keeping things pretty even. Making sure Doremy has to actually fight for this win, not just going to give it to him.
Man, a couple of misdrops. Doremy's making a couple extra little mistakes, but again, these are like really early on in the first match. A couple more could very, yeah.
I do reckon that nerves are playing a little into this. I feel like Doremy might be a little nervous about this whole matchup, seeing as score attack went the way it did. Like Doremy knows that he needs to get this, otherwise, Shocky just goes away with the win, and like I don't think Doremy wants to let that go away so easily.
Shocky could wrap this up.
Yeah.
Shocky gonna do an excellent job neutralizing that zone attack there. However, Doremy now sending it into phase 3 already. And I don't think Shocky's very comfortable with the down stacking here. This is going to be really tough for them.
Yeah. That is very high up, and yeah, he's gonna top out. Throwing the thumbs up on camera, not on the avatar, but the camera. That's how you know he really. That's how you know he really means it.
Mm-hmm. And all right, nice early eye piece, but because this is TEC, openers are not as good. We're not going to be seeing any TKIs here for once.
Yeah, we'll see a lot more priority on the sprint openers just to get that zone charge going.
Again, yeah, the zone is just quite meta-defining here for zone battle, which again is like, yeah, that's the point. But I love the little optimizations it can make on these, smaller decisions.
Look at this
play. Yep. Shocky's going big there. 19 lines. Able to get to 20.
41 attack. We'll have to see what Doremy can perform here. Doing some really weird stacking just to keep himself going. Not quite Curbtress material. Or
is that 67 Perfectress?
Yeah, that was an extremely efficient play from Doremy. That's gonna Shocky still has to accept some garbage there, but that's okay. But like he's in a state to accept it. He has like no pieces on his board. All he sees is the gray garbage on.
Yeah, we're only just now getting into phase 3 as well. So all the garbage Shocky's had to work with up until now has been able to be a little bit clean.
Doremy doing a bit of combo up on top of his stack, going right into a T-spin triple. Shocky gonna have to go into zone to counteract a lot of that garbage.
That looks like Shocky setting up those T-spins and stuff, having very good foresight and making sure to build those properly.
Yeah.
Can't tell if that might have been a misdrop there on Shocky's board, but it could have also just been, trying to figure out how to continue a combo here and there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, unfortunately, that's going to be it there for their second game. Doremy at 96,000 points, while Shocky's barely cracked 40k. You can definitely see the speediness, or
the speed and
I guess
efficiency.
speediness. Yeah. I don't know why I went up speediness, but sure. And a little bit of a misstep there from Shocky, and I wouldn't be worried too much, but then again, you know, Doremy is on the other side here, who has been playing so incredibly fast and so incredibly efficient all day.
Yeah, managed to take a point from the one person who was going undefeated this entire tournament. Did it twice, in fact. Like, it's...
Oh, and ping.
Ooh, getting a
Doremy getting the
ulti.
Yeah, I think that even cleared line 21 as well. They just skipped line 19, didn't even need it. And that is a lot of garbage for Shocky to counter. And
you can see Shocky was not ready to accept that.
168 drops per minute from Doremy and 137.
That is... Yeah, Doremy is really going off with this speed and efficiency. Would have been... like... Really getting on Kazu's level. It's very huge.
Again, I do think this is definitely the spark that Doremy is looking for after that square attack set.
Yeah, really, like you can. I'm really sensing this sort of like second wind from Doremy right now, like getting that huge burst of adrenaline and energy needed to like get through the rest of this.
And yeah, like the closest we got to it prior for the event today was just that set versus Kazu, but you know, if Doremy is able to pull magic out of the hat one more time, you know, no time like the present to try and pull up some incredible feats here. Just like that 68 ulti. Which, yeah, Shocky able to get some T-spins there, followed by a Tetris as well. This could be a very big zone in its own right as well. However, some very ill-timed S's and Z's. Unfortunately, it's a 42 Perfectress, which in anyone else's standards would be amazing. But unfortunately, Doremy is already 3 steps ahead.
Yeah, Shocky is going to top out there. Doremy going to take that as a complete sweep. It really is just going to go down to a decider in classic score attack.
All right, and so again, both Supershocky and Doremy, especially out of the non-classic score attack qualifiers, are I'd say by far the most proficient in classic score attack out of the guideline players here in top 8. And here we go, just one final showdown here. CSA back to the roots, and this is going back to
where it all started. It is down to this. The winner of this will take first place in the Trifecta bracket here at the Tetris Effect Connected World Championships 2022.
I still can't believe that this is just, oh my god.
This has been one wild ride. Like, this tournament has been going on for quite some time. We have seen so many intense matchups in so many different brackets, and now we're here at the, we're seeing it all, the coup de grace. This is for all the marbles.
All of them. I don't know. I couldn't think of a funny, witty follow-up, so I just repeated what you said.
Yeah. It's down to this. Zin already solidifying that third place placement. Kazu taking fourth as well.
Again, very, very good performances from everyone tonight, especially to those who are making it, through to top 4, as well as special shout-outs to Shocky and Doremy for making it, again, over 1,000 entrants, 12 people qualifying for the final bracket, and not only that, but making through the single elimination into top 2, into grands, and this is it. This is the last set to end the whole thing, which is just...
It's all gonna come to this. And while we wait for this next matchup, I'm just going to go ahead real quick and remind everyone that there is a giveaway for a copy of Tetris Effect Connected on the Nintendo Switch.
Giveaway, let's go.
Go over to twitch.tv/enhance experience and retweet the tweet that has been mentioned in Nightbot's little chat message there for chances to win a copy. I don't know how they're going to be drawn, but you will get a chance to win one at some point.
Be sure don't miss the chance for all these giveaways again. Enhance has been really great and generous with all these opportunities,
copies.
But
okay, we are giving away 5 copies, so that's many chances. That's many chances to win.
5 times the odds.
Anyways, looks like both players are about ready to go.
There we go. I'm interested to see if we're gonna see the Kirby for good luck here on Doremy's hand cam coming up. It looks like we're gonna do another plug with the with the medals here.
So look at these look at these medals that these players are gonna win. Like,
both players have already solidified a medal. It's just gonna be not a matter of if, but which one. And oh boy,
here we go.
What a finale we're about to have here. This is absolutely crazy. And right on the way to an 18 start, here we go.
Yeah. This is it. It all culminates in classic score attack. And
So
out of
already
the field of top 4, I feel like Doremy is the best person to represent the more modern side of the community.
And something interesting, it looks like Doremy is playing with one hand here. If I can see correctly in the hand cam.
I'm sure the other hand is probably on the rotation like 0x.
Oh, okay, I see. All right, yeah. For a second, I thought they were also with like their other fingers doing like their rotations there. I was like, wait, hold on. But okay, yeah, I see what you mean. Oh, okay. Well, thanks, Shen. A little extra confirmation that there are 2 hands at work here. You know, one for the flips, one for the movements. And
yeah, but to start things off, Shocky has been able to build up a Tetris and slightly under half lead, or slightly above half, or correct me, what? English.
It's okay, it's getting late, I understand.
It's only 1 a.m. It's not that bad.
Yeah, Doremy's a little later, but
Or earlier.
Either way, it doesn't seem to be stopping Doremy from getting these Tetrises. Already still, it's like 1.5 behind, I think.
Yeah.
They're a little ahead of lines
rough
too, so probably about 2 Tetrises behind pace-wise. And those diggings are not gonna help too much, unfortunately.
Doremy might... Yeah, Doremy's actually going to go for the column 9. One of the better center roll Tetrises to go for. Definitely a couple of patterns to help try and get a clean world transfer, and that's exactly what we're going to get.
There it is. Very good stuff. And just, a couple skims, or if you get a little eyepiece burst, able to cash down right there in columns 9 and 10. Looks like those are where the O pieces are going to go for Doremy's board here.
Yeah, looks like kind of ran into a little bit of a rough sequence for both players. Doremy actually forced to take a triple and more burns afterwards.
Yeah, the triples, again, especially painful, just being so close to the Tetris, but, play it safe.
Yeah, you do got to be wary of how many you take, though, especially in the case of going up against Shocky, a well and capable player of getting, mid to high 500k transitions.
It looks like Doremy setting up the all clear, won't quite get it. We're going to be getting that Tetris column 2 and resetting now to that right well.
Yep. 288,000 to 203,000, so both players at identical line counts. Shocky with a convincing lead so far.
And another Tetris for Shocky. That's a 100,000 point lead there. Just jumping away with it right now. As Doremy's going really aggressive at the top.
Oh, that looks
oh my goodness.
Nice. Good double. Open it up.
There we go. Open it up. Still going to have to burn a little bit to save some things there. But that's still also a Tetris anyways.
Yeah, amazing downstacking over there by Doremy, especially getting those pieces over to the left. Those pieces didn't get over to the left. We'd be counting down another game.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Should we do some 3-2-1 Tetris?
We can do that on the next one.
We can try it, yeah.
And Shocky, alright, knocks down a Tetris. Beautiful L.
Yeah, taking a little bit of digs, or a couple burns, sorry. But then again, having over 100,000 point lead, they have a little bit of leeway to try and be more flexible if they need to. Again, as you can see with that triple, just cleaning up the stack, not trying to be any more aggressive than they need to.
Yeah, if anything, the pressure is all on Doremy, especially when Shocky gets in those kind of situations. Doremy needs to automatically go, okay, Shocky is digging. This is my chance. I can knock down one Tetris off the lead or even two Tetrises off the lead. It's very important that Doremy utilizes those chances when they happen, because the last thing you want is to have to, you know, try and chase down a 100,000 plus point deficit on 19.
Great, and as we can see there, looks like Shocky's still doing the digging. Doremy looking for ways to clean up that stack. Gonna take a double followed by a Tetris, and right there we are now almost under 500k. 50k deficit, sorry. 500k would be a little bit more dire of a scenario. However, Doremy now just within a little over 2 Tetrises. Make that 1 now. Shocky is still in the digging process.
That's exactly what Doremy needed. We are now almost in neck and neck territory.
Oh, and this is right before transition too. Again, both players need to make sure that they're getting into a good scenario. Shocky not with the best board state, but again, only has 1 hole at the bottom. But again, for Classic, it's, you know, any little bit can help. And
so
it looks
like
he's
going to transition at 433. Shocky transitions at 453. So 20,000 points separated by 1 Tetris here going into 19. This is going to be a close game.
And a little bit of a weird overhang. Oh, and Doremy missing the piece all the way over to the left. Able to get the O over and provide a clean resolution there. However, going to be having to skim a little bit as well. And
yeah, this is real dangerous. All right, nice burn right there. Beautiful, nice little combo right there. But didn't get the piece all the way over. This is dangerous.
What are they looking for? Oh, they go for the eye.
Shocky is good for game number 1.
1 in the first to 2, and so just like that, Shocky is now 1 game away from taking the entire event. Doremy now under quite a bit more pressure now that they've already dropped 1. Cannot afford to drop a single game unless they are to give up the crown here for the Trifecta tournament. And let's see, somewhat reasonable start. We have a T to start, followed by another T, and I guess a third T. Why not?
Charity is happy. Yeah,
and it looks like Doremy
able to get the first one.
Yeah, Doremy is definitely looking to stack up high on that left side, but again, that is a very nice strat in terms of keeping those burn options available to you. Don't want to see any
speaking of burn options, yeah, this is kind of Doremy was starting to run out there.
I don't know if you could tell. I made sure not to say anything because I thought it was about to happen again, and I didn't want it to happen.
I mean,
but I think it was
an accurate statement. Doremy had burn options, and unfortunately, they almost ran out. But RNG threw a lifeline with that long bar, so both players are well and alive for the most part.
Yeah, people know what I'm trying to say. If I immediately stop talking, they can infer. All right, and a nice Tetris there from Doremy's side. However, still behind by around 2 Tetrises in terms of pace here. So again, looks like Shocky going to pull away with a bit of an early lead.
That was actually a set of rough pieces for Shocky. So Doremy with a clean board has an opportunity here, and Doremy generally, at least from what we saw in game 1, has been really good on being able to utilize these opportunities to try and, close the gap or bring, him one step closer. And
obviously now the lead's a little bit more kind of malleable here, both within a single Tetris here. Doremy now in the lead by a little under, and as Shocky cashes down that Tetris, Shocky going to take the lead by a few thousand points.
Yeah, we're actually separated by a single and a half.
That's wild.
Well, not anymore because Tetris was scored, but
yeah, but if the same pace continues, it could very well just be, you burned a single instead of not burning a line. All right, and boom, Tetris for Doremy there, and Tetris for Shocky as well. Again, neck and neck.
Not quite. Tetris apart.
Okay. Well, it was closer than a Tetris apart last time. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Now it's
neck
and neck. Not
now it is no longer neck and neck. And neck and neck. And no longer. Again, just this incredible back and forth we've got from Supershocky and Doremy.
And this is exactly what you want. You want both players to be knocking down Tetris back and forth. No, that was a triple.
Yeah, a bit heartbreaking there, but then again, I think Doremy trying to prioritize that safety. They don't want to have a terrible board state going into 19. Obviously, you don't want to rely on 19 for all your points, but again, if Shocky's able to survive throughout all of 19, you might as well, I guess.
I mean, that's prepared. When, 18, generally, you try and capitalize as much as you can on 18 because Doremy knows that scoring on 19 is limited. So staying as close to Shocky as possible is definitely a priority.
Looks like Shocky just clearing up a little dig there is about almost 2 Tetrises ahead there. Gonna put that at just about 3 now.
313 and now 371.
And Shocky with a little bit of delayed burns as Doremy takes the Tetris here. Last second adjustment as well on Doremy's board. Doremy also going to set up some delayed burns.
Shocky finally opens up the well and able to utilize long ball for a Tetris, and we are actually synchronized on the pieces.
Oh, that I didn't even realize that. Interesting.
Which means both players are getting hit with this drought at the same time.
Oh my goodness, and Shocky's really high up, able to get that. Oh my goodness, gets the eye all the way over to the left. And there we go, cashing down on a Tetris. A little bit scary stuff there from Shocky, going quite greedy. And, that looks like it might have been a misdrop there with a bit of an eye burst there on Doremy's board. Which I guess is well needed after the drought, but I don't know how well Doremy's stack was to accommodate.
Even though you don't really think about it, sometimes there are points in your board where getting an eye piece is actually the worst piece you can possibly get. I mean, I can attest to plenty of times where if I wouldn't have gotten an eye piece, I would have survived. It's rare, but definitely annoying when it happens. But speaking about something happening soon, we're about to hit transition in 8 lines.
There we go, make that 4. So it looks like Shocky going in with 100,000 point lead into the transition there at looks like 540k.
And Doremy at 448. Nice T-burn. This is it. Doremy's going to have to outplay Shocky on 19. Well, rather post-transition to be exact.
Yeah, you never know.
I mean, all it takes is just one misdrop.
Oh, okay. Well, now look who's doing the commentator's curse. All right. All right. As Doremy. Yeah, Doremy's cleaning this up pretty nicely. There we go. Gets the eyepiece over. Could try and do some center ball play here. Actually getting the dirty Tetris. Only gonna have to burn about 1 line or so in order to clean up that left side. Going to take a double.
Yeah, Shocky actually having trouble scoring Tetrises. Covers up the well each time a long bar appears and is now J dependent on the left-hand side. Gets the eyepiece over, burns down a double. Still not Tetris ready, and Doremy has closed the
Tetris
gap.
ready, and there it is, and it's just 30,000 points. Shocky finally able to get a Tetris, it looks like there. And so back up to 50k for the lead. Doremy cranking down another Tetris as we're still into level 2020. That 2020. 28-2. Sorry. And there we go. Shocky answering with another Tetris.
All that needs to happen is for Shocky to get into, one more dig, and Doremy catches up score-wise. And we are running into minor drought. Shocky still knocks down a Tetris. 689 to now 659.
Following as well.
And that's a triple for Shocky. That could be huge.
There we go, and Doremy is ready for the Tetris, going to take a couple burns, unfortunately missing out on the Tetris right as the long bar is showing up. And going to have to take a couple of burns here and there. Again, no long bar.
Open. Oh no, the hang. Oh, Doremy didn't go for the double. There's the Tetris.
There it is.
All right, only 14,000 points separating, but a Tetris over there for Shocky. And Shocky actually has a clean board. Doremy needs to find some way to get clean. We only have 3 levels left after 25, which you can score up to 250,000 points. And so, Doremy, no, not going to get set up.
Yeah, it
just
looks like
try and
Doremy's
burn all the way down. But
there you go, but still down 47,000 points already, and Shocky is looking to add to that. Not quite Tetris ready when the long bar is there.
But Shocky's ready now, hangs the O over, does get the long bar, gets it over, knocks down a Tetris, burns for a double, and essentially just needs to deal with that left-hand side. Doremy now knocks down a Tetris and doesn't have to do any digging, so is actually put in a pretty good position here. Doremy could just get Tetris ready, could close the gap by 1 Tetris. Wasn't ready for that long bar or the other one.
Oh, no, and another long bar too.
Time is running out, and Doremy can't really take any burns without covering up the well.
Oh, no.
Long bar comes, there's a Tetris,
bar.
down by 20,000 points, but the left side just looks inaccessible. And Doremy's gonna top out, being within 1 Tetris reach of Shocky's current score.
And looks like I think Shocky's gonna try and play this out. See if I can get 1 last Tetris for the road. There's the long bar. And 890k. Shocky popping off a little bit there. Well deserved. 50% Tetris rate through speed level 29.
This is a really tough position because in Doremy's case, Doremy needed those Tetrises on level 27, and those long bars, every single one of them not being utilized for a Tetris, just compounded and just continue to hurt more, into the fact to where, Doremy was basically needing RNG to kind of throw a bone, and a bone did not get thrown.
And just like that, everything has finished here, as Supershocky is your Grandmaster's Trifecta champion here, winning Score Attack and Classic Score Attack, showing that proficiency in all 3 modes, making it through Grand Finals, and they are going home with the first placement. And what's happening?
There you go. Putting he pulled out the Yoshi.
There's the Yoshi plush. There we go.
Anyways, what a set of matches here. Like, my goodness.